But speaking of stuff, before we get into the questions, this is the most recent thing I'm dying to ask you about, and I can't believe this is real, and it's something that we have in common in a way. We have these strange connections to pro wrestlers. What the fuck happened with Teddy Hart?
Um, yeah, this has been one of the more bizarre turn of events on my solo show. I do because me and Royce we do a solo show each. So he does Daywave from 10 in the morning to noon. Then we do Revenge of the Sis, which he and I both consider to be like the A show. And then I do Nightwave at night and just kind of screw around from 10 to midnight. And I'm always looking for it's a little looser at night, than it is with Revenge. Revenge of the Sis is very structured and formatted, but at night I'm just, I'm drinking some Jameson, I'm talking shit, I'm trying to find people that are just losing their minds on the internet, and I had wrote an article like 2 years ago about a wrestling school down here in Orlando, run by a guy who was convicted of like basically molesting this teen girl. It was a whole mess, and I wrote the article and I gave a lot of information, and then I kind of just set it and forget it. And some time went on, and people started tagging me because they know I'm a huge wrestling mark, and people are like, "Hey, did you see Jason Rance is in trouble again?" And I'm like, "No." So like I looked into it, but then Teddy Hart's name started getting brought up, and if you're not a wrestling fan, if you don't know the very eccentric Teddy Hart, he's been a source of amusement for a long time. So I'm like, what the hell is Teddy Hart's involvement with this guy? And then I started seeing then people were like, his girlfriend went missing and all this stuff. And I'm going like, yo, what's going on with Teddy Hart? So I did a little show about it and I forgot about it. Then people, they tipped me off to this new exciting new YouTube channel. In which Maria Manic and who's also a wrestler, and Teddy Hart have entered into some kind of bizarre, sort of weird codependent relationship, and are just kind of letting it all hang out on their YouTube channel. And of course, always dying for new content. We started kind of, peeling through their videos a little bit, and I've just became enamored with this dynamic. Like Teddy's a weird guy, man. So we started, lightly goofing on them a little bit. I think some of my fans started leaving comments on their page, and just honestly making jokes, like, because Teddy says that I've accused him of like murdering his ex-girlfriend, which I've never. I've been broadcasting a long time. I know how to play this game, but he does have a girl that he was dating that was featured in a Rolling Stone article with him who's missing now. So obviously, us being kind of, trolls, we were goofing on it a little bit. And within one day, they made a video called Addressing the Allegations, where he's just babbling in his car about this girl, and he barely knew her, and his friend bought her tits, and like it was just this weird thing. And I was like, okay, I think we got a winner here. I think we're gonna have to keep going down this Teddy Hart road. So yeah, we've just been covering him, and now I guess he's sort of become self-aware, and he started kind of taking little shots at me, and we're currently, as we speak, trying to get him on the show.
That would be fucking amazing. Just I probably wouldn't live stream that in case he forgot to clean his nose that day.
Well, Nightwave, we play it fast and loose, so it's live streaming. We are live streaming that shit. I'll let Teddy say and do whatever he wants if he's gonna come on. But they did reach out to me. They did accept my open invite, so we're gonna see. I didn't get back to him because it's the weekend, and other than doing stuff like this, I really try to keep my weekends. So I don't set all that. So like first thing Monday, I'll get back to him and hopefully we'll set something up. But Teddy's an odd guy, man. He's driving around in a beat up old Maserati that has like bedazzle that with little bedazzles like hot glued to the steering wheel. He's got 5 cats living in his car. They're driving around smoking weed. They're babbling about missing girlfriends and getting jerked off on planes and coming all of it. Like it has been a wild ride. So yeah, I don't see us not covering Teddy for a while.
Apparently, he lost his WWE job back in '98 because he actually asked Vince McMahon for a light and held the joint up. He goes, "Hey, you got a light?"
Are you serious?
Apparently that's true, and I could tell you another bit of trivia about a certain wrestler who I can't give you the name, but he's a former world champion. He's kind of famous now, and apparently he's. If you smell what I'm cooking.
Oh, ooh, okay. Okay. All righty then. I did not. I would say if that's true, I mean maybe best, but I thought the Teddy Hart story because I heard the story was that he actually had weed around Kurt Angle, and that Kurt Angle and some other guys snitched him out because they didn't like him, and that he was doing GHP with Kurt Angle, and like he had a different take on that whole thing, but yeah, it's there's a lot of stories in the wrestling world, which is why there's obviously there's a big section of our fan base that just doesn't like wrestling, or wrestling's fake. I'm like, it is the most fascinating carny world to study people in. I mean, it's amazing. Yeah. I know Too Cold Scorpio also got fired from WCW for unapologetically smoking weed and making zero attempts to hide it. And they'd be like, dude, you can't just he would just come in stinking of weed and just go straight to catering. And they'd go like, dude, you smell like weed. And he'd be like, yeah, because I just smoked some weed. Like Too Cold Scorpio is the man.
Partly he got that Too Cold Scorpio name because his cock's almost 2 foot long.
He's a big boy. I've heard it's a monster, even within the context of the wrestling world.
Well, fingers crossed later on tonight I get to see that shit.
Are you interviewing him or are you going to a show?
No, I just want to see some photos.
Oh, okay. You're gonna Google fucking flash funk cock and just see what comes up on Google.
It's not gay if you don't want to suck it.
No, it's not gay. It's for science. You're just, you know what I mean? You're scientifically curious. Honestly, I don't think it's gay. I think it's if you walk into a urinal and you're just trying to peek at cocks. It's another thing if if there's a legend built around somebody's dick and you go like, hey man, I just want to see that dick. You know what I mean? It's kind of like if somebody said, dude, Hughezy has the coolest car you've ever seen in your life. I'm not a car guy, but you know what I mean? The minute I met you in person, I'd go, hey, what's up with this car everybody says you have? I kind of want to get a look at this thing. It's for science.
But you would think if somebody was really homophobic, they would want them to see your dick in the public toilet because it's like, hey, everybody, look at my dick. It's not hard because I'm not gay. So take a good long look and remember it. Now show me yours.
Not only that, but if it's really that big, I would think you would scare gay people off, right? Like nobody wants to get fucking impaled.
Well, if that's the case, then no gay person has any reason to fear me ever.
No, I know. That's why I'm scared of gay people because I'm an easy in and out, and I don't want them to pin me down and take it.